He asked me to. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen, share my sound, and share. And I create this presentation in Canva. If you're looking for a platform to create your listing presentations on, because you can create them in Canva and even present offline, that could be another class, Lindsay. Write that down if anybody's interested in learning how to create your listing presentations, present offline using Canva. Let me know, because that's a class that I can put together for you all. All right. So let me go ahead and present. And I don't know if Rick will jump on here before we go, but if he's not, just tell him we all talked about him, because I'm using him in some of this today. So, the road to digital dominance using your Google business profile. So if you don't know who I am, if you've never been in one of my classes before, I'm CJ Brogan and my company is My Home. And I am under the Wilson Financial Group company umbrella. Underneath that umbrella also is WFG National Title. They are my sister company, and I work on referrals, and that's how I'm here in front of you all today. So I also have a Facebook business page down here. There's a link to it that you'll get in the follow-up. If you aren't part of my Facebook group, you can join. That link takes you right into the group. I don't overpost. I only post when I find something that I need to say, my agents need to know about that, and I'll post it in the group. So you can send me a friend request and I'll accept it, but that doesn't get you to the marketing stuff. That just gets you to things that I think are funny and pictures of dogs. So you may want to follow the link that I give you so that you can just ask to join that group. All right. I'm not a one-person operation. These are my homies. I even made us a special logo and got in trouble with our marketing department, but I'm still using it. They do what I do all over the country. So I'm not a one-person operation. I always have help if I get asked a question I don't know the answer to. And this is one of the reasons I'm also able to keep up on all the Google things that are up and coming. So I bounce things off of them all the time. We meet every Friday. So it's a great group to be a part of, and I'm lucky to be part of that brain trust. We also have a Tech Talk blog that you'll get a link to. Try to visit that every couple of weeks. We're all contributing articles that are all about marketing, technology, and how it relates to real estate. Sometimes you might find something that you want to share out on your social platforms. Other times you just might go, wow, that was helpful. 7 creative ways to get listings. 5 steps to video success. So these are just screenshots from the blog page. Okay. So pay that a visit if you'd like. You'll get a link to it in the follow-up. Okay. So SEO and hyperlocal hacks. What does Google reward? What are they looking for? A complete business description. Clearing the cards. I'll get to a full explanation of that and show you how it's done. That's just simply signaling Google that you're working on your Google business profile. Even if you don't have a review to respond to, or you don't have a post to make, you can still get on your Google business page and signal Google that you're there and you're working. So many agents and businesses in general will treat their Google business profile like Field of Dreams. And though it's like, if I build it, they will come. No, they won't. You have to leave them breadcrumbs all along the way to find it. And that's clearing the cards helps with that. Reviews, reviews, reviews. And I should have put underneath that respond, 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 because responding to the reviews are almost as important as the reviews themselves. They signal SEO, search engine optimization opportunities, and Google picks up on words. Photos, photos, photos. I recommend, if you don't have a lot of photos on your business profile, that between now and a month from now that you try to upload 150 photos. And when I say 150 photos, I don't mean stock photos that you're going to try to grab off of a Google search or stock photos from Canva. Photos of your listings that you have, interesting architecture in and around San Diego, Oceanside, Carlsbad, Poway, Potato Chip Rock. So start taking photos when you're out and about and you see landmarks that people would recognize. And like I said, your listing photos as well. But photos bring eyeballs. Okay. And you'll be able to track your analytics, and they're going to jump with the more photos you put on your Google business profile. Posting to Google. Services with descriptions. Okay, so services with descriptions are important. When you create your business profile, Google serves up all these services that you can check off and add to your profile. Within each one of those services, you have the ability to create a 300-character description of each service. Words mean things in Google's, and it helps your SEO. There are keywords that you can use on your services. I'm going to show you how to do that with a little AI assist. Setting up a whole Q&A section on your Google business profile with an AI assist, because when I list these things, it seems like, oh, that is a lot of work. It's so daunting. I'm going to give you the easy button for all of that. And also listing products. So on your business description, also known as your bio, kind of, I found one agent at Remax, which I'm going to message her privately to let her know she doesn't even have a business description. So in your business description, it's, you know, who you are, what you do, who you help. And again, we're going to use a little AI assist to write your business descriptions, and do not forget your DRE number. It's easily overlooked because Google doesn't give you a field for it. So you don't put your DRE number. You have to put your DRE number in the business description. Okay, so if you don't have that, you want to make sure that that's the one thing you learned from class today and fix. Okay, so we're going to do two things today. We're going to be doing our Google business profile, but we're going to be getting a little assist from a platform that my company, all of the nerds, all my homies, we designed this, and we're pretty proud of it. It just won the Inman Best Use of AI in Marketing Award, and it won the Tech 100 from Housing Wire Award. So it's quite an awesome platform, and it interfaces with ChatGPT. But what I find when you go to use ChatGPT, you don't know all of the elements that you need to put in a prompt to get a good output. Okay, we wrote all the prompts for you and made it so that you can analyze your voice so it sounds like something that you would say. So it doesn't sound AI generated. It sounds like you, but better, because it's grammatically correct. All right. So not that I'm throwing anybody under the bus there. So inside my home prompts, you have a voice analyzer, and I did Rick McCandless, and I analyzed his voice, and you can determine for yourself if you think it sounds like Rick. So here's
analyze Rick's voice, his brand voice, what he puts out there, what he sounds like, because we want every prompt that he generates, the output, to sound like he would say it or write it. So let's click Analyze Your Voice, and here it is from text. So I went to Rick's Google business profile and grabbed his description, and then I added a few more things that I know about Rick, and I'm going to copy that and come back to my home prompts and paste it in. And I'm going to generate his voice. So this is going to rewrite his Google business profile when we go there. We're going to use this brand tone to rewrite his Google business profile. Tell me if this sounds like Rick. Reassuring and approachable, aims to create a comfortable atmosphere for clients, employs friendly and encouraging in his manner. Use of casual, colloquial language and humor makes his content relatable. So that pretty much sounds like Rick, right? So I'm going to put this as Rick and spell it right. McCandless, his voice. And I'm going to save that new voice. So now when I want to execute any prompt, I'm going to put Rick's voice on it, and it'll sound
like he said it, wrote it, whatever. So all on the left-hand side is your prompt library. So you can go in and mark all of your favorites. We have a brand category, buyer, farm, Google, seller, sphere, and any prompt that you generate in here, it saves it in the history. Okay. So now I went and I grabbed Rick's bio. I looked at his bio and I thought, yeah, that could use a little rewriting. So I went in to
optimize Rick's Google business profile bio for keywords and SEO. So from your dashboard, come over to the prompt library and come down to Google. And from here, we're going to choose the bio prompt. Click the Use button. What are your real estate superpowers? I grabbed Rick's superpowers, a little sentence from his bio, and I'm going to paste it into my home prompts. It has to be 250 characters or less. And then next, we're going to take part of a review from one of his clients. So we get the client experience from their point of view. So I went and grabbed one of his great reviews, and I'm going to copy and paste that in. And again, remember to keep to 250 characters or less. So I had to abbreviate a few things in here to make sure that it fit. All right. And let me make sure that I have enough spaces there. Now I'm going to come down here and switch this to Rick's voice. So the bio sounds like he wrote it, and I'm going to click generate. So it's going to be SEO powered bio for his Google business profile. And one of the things that you have to remember to do in your Google business profile is include your DRE number, which Rick does not have on his business description. And if you don't have a business description written for your Google business profile, you want to make sure that you go in there today and write. You can use My Home Prompts to write your Google business profile, or at least just put your DRE number in there so you are compliant. So this stays within Google's character size limit. You don't want to copy this sentence. So I would just highlight this and paste it into the Google business profile. Also, Rick had a Gmail address in there. He has to be very careful because Google could suspend his account for that. You do not want to place any links in there with it like an email address, because Google could suspend your account. If they wanted your email address visible, they would have a field for it. So there's Rick's new
Google business profile. All right, easy peasy.
How do we get into our Google business profile? From Google, make sure you're logged into the email account that manages your Google business profile. That is critically important. Go to the square of squares in the upper right corner, click on that, and come down to the blue striped awning, your business profile manager. Click on that, and you'll be in. I manage several, so I'm going to click on the one that I'm managing. Yours will open just like this. So from here, we have our knowledge panel. You'll hear me refer to that. The knowledge panel is over here on the right. All of the things that you can do on your Google business profile and how it displays. Over on the left, we have all of our controls that will manage our Google business profile. This is called the dashboard, and that's where we're going to start.
Now I want you to notice where it says profile strength right here. My profile strength is a solid green circle, and it says it looks good. Okay, if you went into yours, there's a high chance probability that this little circle is orange and not complete. I'm going to show you a little tip today that will help close that profile strength, and it'll say you're good to go, or you're all caught up. Profile strength looks good. So we'll do that when we're live also. And I did a sample. So this is what your profile strength probably will look like, orange and not completely solid. Okay. There are a couple things you can do to make sure that that goes solid.
This is a relatively new item that Google has added so that you can add these to your Google business profile. So first have your dashboard up, and you're going to want to pre-prepare for this and have your Facebook profile open, your Instagram profile open, LinkedIn, YouTube, any one of the profiles that you want to link to from your Google business profile. So from here, we're going to go to edit profile. And again, if you didn't know this was here, don't feel bad. It's relatively new and they did a slow rollout, but you're going to scroll down here to social profiles and click the little pencil. We're going to add our social profile, and I'm just going to grab them as I see them, and then I'm going to come back up here to Facebook. I'm already in my business profile, and I'm going to copy that, come back to my, copy the link, come back to my business profile, and paste it in. Okay. And then I want to click add a social profile, and I'll pick a new one. So let's go to Instagram.
So you get the idea. You're going to put all your socials in there. If you have a Pinterest account but have never posted on it, don't put Pinterest. If you have an X account but you've never put anything up there and you don't engage over there, don't put that up. So the big four that I recommend is Facebook, Instagram, if you're active on both of those, LinkedIn. Even if you've never posted on LinkedIn, you need to have a business profile there so people can see that you are indeed you are a real estate agent, you're with a brokerage, it's a business to business platform, and it's a personal person to business platform as well. So LinkedIn, and then the fourth one is YouTube. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube are the big four. Google, your Google Knowledge Panel will display up to 5. So if you do have another, one that you want to put up there, if you are active on Pinterest and you post and you collect boards up there then that are all real estate related, tips and do-it-yourself things to make your home show worthy, that kind of stuff on Pinterest, by all means use it. But don't use profiles that you aren't active on, okay? The whole point for them to follow those badges is to get a feel for what it's like to work with you, okay? So this is how we're going to create a Google post. You can post. So when you're making a post about a new listing on Facebook, do it on Google first and then interface post to Facebook. You're going to see that here.
Are over here, and if you don't see all of them, there's a little drop down button that you can usually click here. So we can either click add update here, or you can go down to where you've made previous posts and add an update here. Either spot works. If you've never done an update, of course, you want to do it from your dashboard icon. I'm going to click add update. And from here, we get to add up to 10 photos or a video from here. I'm going to select one image. And I'm posting about my April events calendar. So the photo is going to load there. I'm going to add my description. And then down along the bottom, I'm going to choose Learn More while that photo is still uploading. Don't know why it's taking so long. There's the link for my button, so I want to come up here and open that website so I can grab the URL, come back to my Google Business Profile and paste that and post it. Now, Google's going to think about it before it shows it. This post is pending and should be published soon. And once it is published, there'll be a little share chevron down here, which I can then put on Facebook. So this will interface with Facebook, and now I've created one piece of content and I can repurpose it here, and I would say, check out my April events calendar. Always has something to say about it. And then share, and then it will be on your Facebook page
as well. All right. So if you're thinking, I don't know what to put on Google, the same things that you would put on Facebook and Instagram. And let's say you've posted an Instagram reel. You can upload that Instagram reel as a post on your Google if you would like. It's already created. Or you can upload that reel into YouTube Shorts and then connect from a Google post over to YouTube. So lots of different ways that you can repurpose your content. You don't have to create new stuff for every platform. So for those of you that don't like a video walkthrough, you rather have the steps spelled out for you step by step, I got you. There's your step-by-steps in the follow-up slide deck, okay? So here's how we ask for reviews on a mobile device.
Because some of your clients might respond better to a text, or you can send an email request as well. I'm searching in Safari. You can use Safari to search or Google search depending on your operating system. I've already typed CJ Brogan My Home in here and it brought me up to my Google Business Profile dashboard. If you don't see Ask for Reviews, click the drop down and click Ask for Reviews. From here it wants to know, do you want to text it, email it, how do you want to ask for the review? I'm going to choose text message. And it puts the link in there automatically, and this is where I would address it, send it to myself, and you may also want to put in a review script here. If you've got them saved in your notes on your phone, that's a class for another day, but if you want to put your script in here asking for a review, you can type it in right there, blah, 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 and click send. And that's how easy it is to send from your phone. And then in my text messages, it comes up and it looks like this. And I click on that and it opens up right in the section where somebody could leave a review. I'm logged into my account, so it's not going to show it like it should. But that's what your client will see right there, and they can leave the review.
And if you can get your clients to leave a review and upload a photo, even better. Okay. So that's how you ask for a review on mobile. When we go live online, I'll show you how to ask for a review from your Google Business Profile. Okay. So this is a brand new feature that is still rolling out. So some of you may not even have the ability to do this yet, but I have a feeling you will. I think they got California first. Talking to my other nerds in other parts of the country, it's not available everywhere yet. But this is definitely something that you do from your mobile device. Do not do this online in your dashboard online. You want to do this from a mobile device. How to set up texting or WhatsApp, which is a chat app, on your Google Business Profile. So if somebody wants to text you directly from your Google Business Profile, they can do that by setting this up.
Open your Google Maps app. It's the app that looks like it has a little location bubble there. Open that, and in the top right corner, you're going to click the little icon in the upper right corner. I have my CJ moniker there. Your profile picture or maybe an initial will be there. Click on that. Choose your business profiles. If you have more than one and the correct one is not displaying, hit the drop down arrow and it will give you the additional sites that you manage. So from here, we want to click Edit Profile and then scroll down to where it says Chat. So scroll all the way down here. It must be done on your phone. You can't set it up online on your computer. So where it says Chat, you can see I have mine set up to text, SMS. So you're going to click that little pencil, and here's where you have the ability to set up WhatsApp, and you'd paste your link there, or set it up to text message, and when you put your phone number in this field, you want to just put your number in. No dashes, no parentheses, just number. So I'm 619-972-1000. Google will automatically put the SMS and the plus sign there and the 1 because we have the American flag there for the US country. So just put your number in there and click Save. And you're good to go. Google might tell you that it's pending until they approve it, but if you try to do this online, it will reject it.
So when you're on your online dashboard, you can get in there. You'll see the chat function and you'll hit that little pencil and you'll try to add your phone number for texting and it will reject it. And if you do it there first and then try to go to your phone and add it, it just might reject it again because you tried to do it from your dashboard online. It would be nice if they had an instruction manual for everybody to follow, but they don't. So I guess I have job security. So you want to make sure that you set up the chat function, the text or chat function from your phone. So we want to add Q&A and we want to add services with descriptions. And you're thinking, what do you mean, CJ? What do you mean Q&A? Well, most people look at the Q&A section of their Google Business Profile and think, well, I keep waiting for a client or a prospect or a target to ask me a question, and I promise I'll answer it, but nobody's asking me any questions. That's not what it's designed for. It's designed for you. They can go and ask a question and you can answer it, but it's also designed for you to set up a complete FAQ section off of your Google Business Profile. And we're going to do some of this live. So we're going to go live now to my Google Business Profile, and here we are. And again, to review how you get into your Google Business Profile, as long as you're logged into the email address that manages your Google Business Profile, you click the square of squares here and choose your Business Profile Manager. while we're here, the very first thing I'm going to show you before I get into the Q&A section is how to get your profile strength to look good. So if yours is an orange circle that's not a complete circle, if you look on your dashboard controls, Google is trying to give you hints. And you will have these rectangle type cards down here. Most of you will have 5 or 6 cards all along the bottom, and Google's trying to tell you what to do to signal them that you're working on your business profile. You don't have to do all of this, like confirm your holiday hours. I don't have to change my holiday hours. So what I want all of you to do today, once you're logged into your Google business profile, is come down to these cards that'll be along the bottom, and you see where it says confirm your holiday hours and these 3 dots to the right. Click, it's called an ellipsis. Most people don't know that, so I'm going to call it the 3 dots. So click your 3 dots and dismiss. Okay? And keep going through all of them until they're all gone. That's called clearing the cards. And then you're going to come up here and refresh the page, and that circle, that green circle, will come solid. Okay? Dennis, you have a question. What's up? You have a raised hand. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay, there we go. I clicked it, it didn't work. Okay. My profile is not approved yet, and I've tried to get it done with, going to the office, taking pictures and sending them in, and it
You
says
and me
that's the
need
only
a
way I can do it.
one-on-one because I can't solve it here in this class. So you and I need to meet and I will get you verified. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. So you and Val both have that issue going on. So, okay. So we'll get you going, but I can't solve it here in class.
Okay.
So once it is approved and you're up and running and good to go and you think your profile is complete, even if you're complete, Google is still going to line those cards up at the bottom trying to get you to do things. All you're going to do is dismiss, and you're signaling Google that you're working on your profile. Okay? So trust me on that one. So we want to add Q&A to here. So let me come down and show you the Q&A section. Yours might not be showing. If you don't have any questions and answers here, it might not be showing. I've got 6 here. And most of those are real estate related questions because I use that when I'm teaching this class. So if I click see all questions, it's going to pop up. This first question is actually a marketing consulting question that was asked and I answered it. Okay. Then down here, how about what should I expect during the home selling process? I actually asked that question. It doesn't show that. It just shows that the question was asked. And then I answered it. And I did it all using My Home Prompts. So one of the things that we have in My Home Prompts, and I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. I'm going to open My Home Prompts, and I'm going to go over to the prompt library, and I'm going to come down to Google. And I'm looking for the top 5 questions sellers ask prior to picking their real estate agent, because we wrote the prompt that way. And it's like a whole page. The whole prompt takes a whole long page to get it the way we want the output to be to benefit our real estate agents the most, because we're trying to capture prospects prior to choosing their listing agent or prior to picking their selling agent. Okay? So let's use the one for the seller. We can do it for the buyer too. So what is the most common question sellers ask you before they list their home? And you probably get asked all the time, how will you determine the price, the listing price of my home, and how quickly can you sell it? Of course, you could be a little more delicate with how you're going to ask that question. I'm typing in the middle of a class, so pretty grammatically incorrect. So I'm going to use my CJ's default voice there. If I wanted to switch, if you don't have your voice determined yet, you can always come down here and use one of the 16 voices that we gave you, and one of them just happens to be a Google Business voice. I'm going to leave mine to my CJ voice. I can't because I said I wanted to switch it. So Google Business Voice it is. So let me select that. and generate. So I asked one thing, and it's going to give me 5 questions. Now, one of the things that I hope down the road we get our development team to work on here is my home prompts is like a 6-year-old child that keeps saying, Mom, 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 watch me, watch me, watch me. And you have to stay with it and keep scrolling down the entire time it's returning your prompt response. Okay. So it's like your son just jumped off the diving board, wants you to watch him come to the surface and swim to the side of the pool. So you kind of have to watch the whole thing until it's done. Once it's finished, you would hit copy. I always like to hit copy and put it into a Word document. So if there's any editing that I want to do before I get it into Google, I can do that. Okay. I'm not going to do that today. So I'm just going to come down here. What improvements should I make to my home before selling? How will you handle the negotiation process? Now, see, these are questions that sellers want to know before they pick their agent. Okay. What are the costs associated with selling my home? So I'm going to take question number 4. And because we're in class and I'm doing this live here, I'm going to, come on. Usually when you triple click on a sentence, it highlights the whole thing. And I don't know if it's because we're on Zoom here, but it doesn't want to let me do what I want to do. Love my job. Come on. There we go. The triple click worked. So I'm going to copy that and I'm going to come back to my Google business profile. All right. And I can go down to my Q&A or I can do my Q&A here. So I'm going to click right here on my dashboard in the event there are a lot of you that don't have a Q&A section, and I'm going to click ask a question. And this is where my people back out because they say, I don't want it to look like I'm asking the question as a real estate agent. It's not. It will not show that way. So I'm going to take that number 4 out. How will you handle the negotiation process? And I'm going to post it. Okay. And I pick done. Now I'm coming back to my home prompts and I'm going to copy the answer and come back to the question, which was, I have my Google business profile open twice here. So I want to come back and I don't want to mess that up. So let's hit our Q&A again and find that question. How will you handle the negotiation process? Answer it. And post. Okay, so this is a quick way to build a whole FAQ section. Now on my home prompts, once you get through 5, you can actually say, these are great, give me 5 more. And it'll give you 5 additional questions. I don't recommend that you go in and put all 10, if you have 10, questions on one shot, because Google may think you're hacked, especially if you haven't been working on your Google business profile. Okay. So you want to make sure that you do this incrementally. So I would start with 5 and then come back and get 10 more or 5 more, however many, and then do the buyer questions the same way. So that's how you do your services. Okay. Yes, Dennis.
Many of us have certifications. Can we direct the prompt to look at what the information is in the certification and come back and ask us 5 questions on that certification?
You can, and you can put it down here. One of the reasons I'm sure AI isn't focused on that is it is trying to base all of its questions and answers off of questions that people are actually asking. And I don't think it gets a lot of questions about the certification ABCs. So you can, though, you can say, what is an SRS verification? Or is that a senior? All the
SRES.
different certifications, you can say, compose a question and answer section for, or depending on how many verifications or certifications you're putting in there. Let's say you've got 4 certifications. You can say,
One at a time, obviously.
you know, write a question and answer for each one of these verification and just put the initials in and it will know. And then it'll write a Q&A series on those verifications. Okay.
Okay.
But we're trying to make the most out of SEO. And so the AI is focusing on the knowledge it knows on questions that are actually being asked. okay, by
Okay.
the consumer. I would get the 10 that AI is going to give you first before you get creative and say, well, I want answers to this, because I know it's important to you, but is it important to the consumer? Down the line, maybe, when you're talking, negotiating, and you're really having a one-to-one, but right off the bat, when they're looking for their agent, maybe not. Now, I could be wrong. But I haven't seen AI generate a Q&A for the certifications yet. Okay.
Okay.
So, any other questions on the Q&A process? Okay. And then let's see, I was going to do the add services with descriptions. Okay. So one of the things that's interesting to me is the services section and information on your Google Business Profile does not appear online on the Google Business Profile. It only appears on your mobile phone. So if somebody finds your business on their phone, they have the ability to go overview, reviews, services. And when you click on services, all of your services will come up. You have the ability to modify them either on your mobile device or online. So if you come up here and you look for edit services, all of your services will be listed. And you're going to see where I've gone in and actually put additional ones. But you just see where it says AI, artificial intelligence for real estate. I actually haven't put a lot of services over here that are real estate related. But here's this place for your service description, and you get 300. So I'm going to go back to my home prompts, and I'm back on Google. And in case you don't want to type, I mean, if you don't want to go through looking for services, even though it's right here, I want services for seller. I'm going to type the word seller here. Or actually even better, I'm going to do services. And it's going to give me the two buyer and seller services prompts. Okay, so we've got the seller agent services and the buyer agent services. So I'm going to click use. And I don't have to type anything in here. This is written. Your seller agent services appear in mobile searches and are indexed on search, helping Google categorize your offerings to attract more high intent seller leads through your Google business profile. We don't have to ask anything. We just have to pick our voice. So I'm just going to generate, and it's going to give me 10 services with descriptions, and I'll show you how to add them. And again, it wants you to stick through the whole thing, but AI is showing you this is what sellers are interested in. And then you would do the same thing for your buyers and generate the buyer prompt. So we don't have to sit through here and wait for all 10 to generate. Let's do comprehensive market analysis. And again, it doesn't want to let me. Just click on that and highlight it. And it's probably because it's still working. Let's see if it'll let me do photography and virtual tours. Nope. Love my job sometimes. It's because it's still generating, so I have to be patient. Sorry. Contract negotiation expertise, open house coordination, and some of these you may already have in your services list with no description. Property listing on the MLS, because that's a thing, because in certain areas, agents are doing the non-cooperation. If you're in New York, there's a lot of that. In Denver, I believe. So closing process guidance, local market expertise. So let's do the last one. I think that's the last one, local market expertise. No, there's nothing. I just want you to be done so that I can proceed. Now, again, I would copy and put this in a Word document so I can easily modify anything that I wanted to change. See, it works now that it's done generating. So I'm going to copy that and come back to my Google Business Profile. And again, I'm going to go to Edit Services. And when you're adding a brand new one, we come all the way down. It's a two-step process here. We're going to do Add More Services. Okay. And I'm going to add a custom service. So I paste the service. Okay. And save it. I come back to my home prompts and I come back and copy the answer, or copy the description, excuse me. and I come back to my service and it's pending, I'm still gonna keep coming down here. Local market expertise, I'm gonna paste my description and save. Okay, so that's how you can quickly go through your services and add descriptions. Now, when you're over here in My Home Prompts, you can say, create a description for, and whatever you've already got in your Google Business Profile, just have it write a description for it. Or you can write your own description. I'm just saying this is easy, faster, and it's written for SEO. Okay, so I'm going to stop my screen share and come back to all of you, see if there are any other questions. And if not, the one
I
thing,
have a question.
Sharon.
My Google business page is managed by, it was HomeSnap, it's now homes.com. And I want to get that away from them. I don't know how to do that. And maybe I need to set up a one-on-one appointment with you.
Yes, I call you a home snap hostage. Okay, and because there are so many of you, I have a term, and that is home snaps hostage. So yeah, your first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to ask for ownership. And HomeSnap has 3 days to respond to you to give that ownership to you, which they won't do because they're no longer in business. And so in 3 days, 3 to 4 days, ownership will revert to you, at which point you will have control over it, but you will have to verify it. And the verification process can hang some people up, like Dennis is struggling with that. I think Val is struggling with that. I'm going to give you a couple of tips though, on when you go to do a video verification. If you try this without me, use these tips. Number 1, be at the office, of course, because you have to video the office. But just as importantly as being at the office, be on the company Wi-Fi. Google will know that when you go to upload your video. You're going to start the video process from your Google Maps app. You don't take photos and upload those, send them to Google. You do a video and it has to be shot in one take. No stopping and starting and stopping and starting. You start, once you start recording, you can't stop and start again, okay? So you want to get any signage from outside, which can be a little difficult. You can't be too far away if you're on the company Wi-Fi, okay? So start from there, get signage inside the office. The only person's face that Google wants to see is yours, so don't get any other people in the video. I had a gentleman up in San Francisco that recorded his video verification during the office Christmas party and then wondered why he didn't get verified. I have a lot of stories. Anyway, you want to, I've been in your offices. You've got the big Remax logo there. So as you're there filming that logo, turn your camera back around to show you standing in front of that signage. Then go to your office, your desk location. And if you don't have a desk, make a desk for the day. So make that desk look like your desk, have something delivered, have Jen deliver a property profile to you, or something that it has your name as the real estate agent on it, your business cards, your computer set up with your website up, okay? Your video needs to be really no longer than 2 minutes. So if you need verification and you're in your Maps app, your Google Maps app, you'll see right where it says to start the video verification process right there. And Sharon, if we meet on Zoom, I need you to be in your office when you try to claim ownership from HomeSnap. You need to be in the office Wi-Fi as you're claiming that, okay? So Purvi, I see you have your hand up. You have a question also.
Yes. Hey, can you interchange or can you swap the services list?
What do you mean swap it?
So
You mean
when you
change the
start,
order?
right, change the order.
No, the only way you can change the order is if you delete the one and then add it underneath the one you want it to be under. So you
Okay.
can go in and delete all your services and then add them in the order that you want with the descriptions, and My Home Prompts will just make that process faster.
All
So
right. Thank you.
for those of you that don't have a My Home Prompts account, it's free. but not everybody wants one. So if you want a My Home Prompts account, just in the chat box, just write prompt. And I will know to send you a registration referral link that you'll click on, and the referral code will already be filled out, and you just put in your name and email address. And then you'll get a verification email that you have to verify, okay? So just put that in the chat box, because I don't want to send it to people that really don't want it. So I'm happy to do that. And that's it. Any other questions? You guys were great. It was a long class with a lot of information. I know. Let's see. What was that question? Destiny, I just did the Google verification last week. They made me do a video of the office and my car. They asked me to start it too. That's the first one I've heard on
It
that one.
was so bizarre. Like, it was very bizarre. I had never had to do that before because I've had it verified previously. And then they also made me change the name because it's Remax Connections. So it was Remax Connections Destiny Roxas versus like what I had before, which was just Destiny Roxas. So just be prepared because this was some lady, you know, she was cool and all, but she was like, it has to look like this. And I was like, okay. Mike and Annie witnessed the whole thing.
I believe you. I do, like I said, you just when you think you know it all on Google, you don't. So I believe you. But that's the first one I've heard that, you know, they want to see your car because
Yeah, because they want to make sure that the real estate agent has transportation, I guess, to be able to drive and show property allegedly. And I was like, this is new, but okay.
I showed myself unlocking the front door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You got the key to the front door. You go in, you do the signage, you do your face. And you know, your desk for the day. And apparently they thought your desk for the day, Destiny, was your car. So
Apparently
I'm
so. Well,
glad
they
that
also
you,
wanted the desk as well. So I was like, oh my gosh, they want everything.
Mhm. Yeah. And here's why. Fraud is so rampant and people are hijacking people's accounts. And so I know it's a pain in the neck, but it's for your protection as well. Purvi, you got another question?
Yes. Hey, I have got two business profiles. Can I merge it, or what do I do?
You can merge it, but you will still have to re-verify, and that probably
It's
is,
already verified. They both are verified.
but if you merge the two, are they
Okay.
both real estate accounts?
Yes. So one says Purvi Shah Remax Connections, and the other one is Purvi Shah Realtor.
Okay, I would keep one and get rid of the other.
Okay.
Pick the one that
How do
has
I
the
get
most
it?
review. You'll pick the one that has the most reviews on it. Okay,
Okay.
and so you have to permanently close the one that you want to delete and delete it. So I will send you a video recording showing you how to do that because it's so much
Okay.
easier than trying to do the directions. Okay.
All
Is
right.
your
Thank you.
email address in the chat box? Because I'll have
I
all of
did.
that with all the requests today. So, oh yeah, I see it. You want the prompts, so I see it, Purvi. I'll send you that video.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
Did everybody learn at least one new thing? Okay, then that's all I need. That's all I need for the day. All right. So Lindsay, do you have anything or is she still on?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. I was gonna say, I thought I just saw you, but okay. So
Yeah, I
anything
think
that you have to close with, are we good?
nope, we're all good.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
thanks everyone for coming. You could
Thank
have been in a
you.
lot of other places and you picked here. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
CJ.
you.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Have a great rest of the day.
You
Thank
too.
you.